Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm excited to share with you our 6-month SCHD update. So I started this position back in October of 2024, and this update is through April 2025. Now we do have a bigger SCHD position in interactive brokers. I really share and talk about that like once a quarter now on the channel because we have a lot of money in that position now, and we've kind of, I wouldn't say we met our goal, but I've been really enjoying building this from scratch, this position in Robinhood from scratch, because it's always exciting when new viewers come to the channel and they want to learn how to build up a position from scratch and just going through that specific journey, right? I think it's fun, yeah, when you see $50,000 in our position, but to find the motivation and to be able to relay that information to other people is always great to go through it from scratch again, just to start from ground zero and really encourage everybody, that with being strategic, being consistent, so dollar cost averaging, and not worrying about what the market is doing because you've been researching long term in your positions and you believe and you're confident in your positions. Just hold and the markets will come back. Now, we did have a rough March and a somewhat rough April, right? But long term, if you zoom out long term, like if I come out to the past 5 years, that's long term, right? A year is not long term. 5 months is not long term. 2 months is not long term. 5 years is like the beginning of the long term journey. Okay. So if you can stick with it, even during like all of these dips right here, guess what? It came back. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or a fiduciary, but I am an investor. I'm a regular investor like you in the trenches. I'm making content documenting my husband and I's journey so that you can see we all start somewhere. And if you don't start, you'll never be able to realize like all of the goodies that investing and wealth building can give you. Okay. So if I scroll down, let me just come back to the past day. It is down pre-market right now. I think the market is pulling back or it may open flat. I am filming this at like 8:58 in the morning. So right now SCHD is at $25.95 year to date. It is down 5.54, but it's coming back. Like if you caught the dip the beginning of April where it was at $24 and it was down like 11.5%, you've already made some money back. So again, buying on those dips and holding on is great. But I wanted to show you like how much we have here. So you can see we are at 20 shares. Well, 20.52, but 20 shares. $10 a week. $10 a week. Sometimes I'll add an extra 30 bucks if I have money left over from the grocery store. But the idea behind this was small amounts of money, a couple of bucks. I'm not talking about even $100. I'm talking about a couple of dollars that you may have left in your budget, or maybe you went to the grocery store, you went to get gas, and you have a couple of dollars left. You can invest with fractional shares, and I try to say that a lot on my channel, but because again, I get new people to the channel who don't know that. Because let me tell you, I was a beginner once, and there was a lot I did not know. Now, I'm not saying I know everything, but I did not know a lot about just simple stuff with investing. And I figured, you know what? I'm going to keep repeating myself that yes, you can invest with small amounts of money. I'm doing $10 a week into SCHD here. You could do $2 a week. You can do $5 a week. You could do $1 a day. We have an investing challenge. Check out my playlist, the investing challenge. I think the poll, the pick you all picked in that poll was VXUX, which is the Vanguard International fund. So if you want some exposure to international stocks and companies, that's a great one. And again, that's in my community post, so just scroll down there. But I've been putting $10 every single week into this automatically. So I don't have to worry about, if I forget. I have 3 kids. I'm a busy lady, okay? But I don't have to forget. I don't have to worry about it because it automatically does it for me. But to see that we're at $532.48 from just investing small amounts of money. Yeah, we're down, right? SCHD is down year to date still. But as it comes back, we're going to be able to watch our position grow with this. So we're almost at 25 shares, which is great, but 500 bucks after 6 months, small amounts of money every single week, that is where the motivation, this is how you build to get to your 1,000 shares, is creating a consistent and solid foundation to get there, right? And so I'm excited about it. I think I'm more excited about this than our bigger SCHD position because I get to experience this with you in real time, right? And just you watching me make these updates and you're seeing me invest. I'll post screenshots in my community posts sometimes. I'll share it on my Instagram page. I do have an Instagram page. Make sure you follow me. Link down below. No, I'm not on Facebook. No, I'm not on TikTok. If you see any accounts, report them. I try to get them down. But y'all know, as you grow, scammers do pop up. But yeah, it's just crazy to see how this is continuing to grow. Now, I'm going to bring up this dividend calculator because I want to see if I continue doing this for 5 years, what is the potential that this could grow to a small position. So if I put in 500 and let's just say $30 into the calculator, this is a dividend calculator. I'll leave it down below. He does have a paid membership on his website, but the calculators are free and I really do enjoy his website. This is Dividend Athlete. So the annual dividend yield, let's come up to stock analysis because stock analysis will give us the annual dividend yield. I love stockanalysis.com. I talk about it all the time. They also have a paid version, but I use the free version and it gives me more than enough information of what I need. I really, really do enjoy using this. So the annual dividend yield is 3.99%. So let me come back to the calculator of SCHD, put in 3.9, and there we go. This is in a taxable account because Robinhood is a taxable account for us. I'm going to leave 15% as a dividend tax rate. You do have to pay taxes on your dividends. But I can tell you we pay more taxes than that on the day job. And that's just being honest. I'm going to leave this at 10% in terms of the expected annual dividend increase. SCHD does increase their dividend pretty much every year, which is amazing. They do pay out every quarter, but this allows you to pay monthly or yearly. So I'm going to keep it quarterly. And then annual contribution. So if I can continue with $10 a week, that's about $520 for the year. Okay. And then I'm going to keep this at 10% for the annual price share appreciation. And of course, the drip is on. Okay. And if I can do this for 5 years, see, 5 years invested, let's see about how much we would make at the end of that 5 years with small amounts of money. Coming down to the chart, look at this. This is crazy. This is where compound interest and the dividend snowball, you ever heard of those terms? This is this like in motion, okay? Starting out with $530 right there. If I continue investing $10 a week for the next 5 years, which is pretty reasonable, right? And I get the dividend reinvested and then you mix that with growth. Now, this is not factoring in if the market has a correction for 2 years or inflation. This is just general math, okay? So give me some rope. If I start out with $530, because I already have that here, and I continue investing $10 every single week for the next 5 years, which again is very reasonable, turn on the drip and just let it compound. At the end of those 5 years, you're talking about over $3,400. $3,400, guys. That is compound interest. That is why people always say you should invest your money and do it over the long term. Don't worry about what's going on in the market. I love SCHD because it's a great complement to your S&P 500 funds or your total stock market funds, which has a lot of tech in it. Tech is great, but tech also falls a lot when the market corrects. But guess what? SCHD and its holdings, look at this. Look at the top holdings in SCHD, okay? So you are really diversified in other sectors outside of technology like financials, real estate, consumer staples, consumer defensive, industrials, energy, healthcare, communications. These are all great sectors as well. And you don't have a lot of exposure just in tech. So that's why I like SCHD. It's like a great sidekick, you know? Like if VOO is Batman, SCHD is like Robin, right? It's like a good sidekick, and I love it. So let's see, just to play around with some math. If I can put in, let's say, excuse me, guys, I think I'm getting a cold. I don't want to get a cold, but you know, that's life. Let's say if I can put in $1,000 a year. Again, small amounts of money, small amounts. At the end of 5 years, we would have over $5,700. Small amounts of money. Now, to those of you who are like, I want to go in, full bore and gung ho, if you can put in, let's say, 12,000 a year, okay? That's putting in $1,000 a month. If you really love SCHD and you can swing $1,000 a month for the next 5 years, look at this. You have over $60,000. Crazy. Over $60,000. And remember, SCHD is a qualified dividend. So you either will pay 0, 15, or 20% again, which is much lower than what we're probably paying out of our paychecks at the day job. So again, guys, I just wanted to give you an update on our just beginner starter SCHD position to let you guys know, especially if you're a beginner, we all start somewhere. I mean, I believe many of you who have even more shares than we do, especially in our bigger position, well, again, you started out at 1 share. Some of us started at half a share. So again, you want to track your progress. You can do it in a spreadsheet. I do have trackers and spreadsheets that I did create up on my website. If you want to, get that to help you to be more motivated, I do share my spreadsheets and stuff on the channel. I do have an investment planner, private groups, again, things that I created that helped me and my husband to get to where we are, to keep us motivated. And hopefully that'll, motivate you guys as well. But again, I just wanted to come on and give a 6-month update on $10 a week and just continuing to grow our position. And let me know down below if you are invested in SCHD, how you are doing. What's your ultimate goal with that? Do you have a certain number in mind, or do you have like a certain share goal in mind? Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash notification bell so that you don't miss an upload every time I post a video. And until next time, you already know, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.